Hey everybody, Jeff Selby here from the Sea Riding the Waves of Spinal Muscular Atrophy. Sorry I haven't posted a video in a while. I was busy before I left for CureSMA. I wanted to absorb or take in CureSMA, and since Angie and I have been back on last Monday, my real estate business, I've been extremely busy, and with the 4th of July holidays, we've had stuff going on there too. So I finally wore out this evening, Saturday, and decided I would do a video. This is probably my fifth take on videos because I tend to ramble on and I say the same thing multiple times. Um, that's what I call gerbil on the wheel condition. I never stop, and I never will stop. I won't stop until there's a cure. I won't stop and then until there's medication to help reverse the atrophy. You have my promise, you have my word, and that is what I believe I was put on this earth to do. I have to do real estate for an income and so forth, so I have to continue that, but I want to be the adult advocate. I want to work side by side with incredible SMA professionals like Jose and Andrea Flores. Um, 99.9% of people know who Jose is. You don't know his wife as well as him, but she's an awesome lady. Um, their situation is similar to Angie and I. Um, she met Jose when they were working together. They got to know each other. He proposed. They got married. They have two children. Um, Angie and I met on New Year's Eve 2016. On Valentine's Day 2017, I asked her to marry me. I explained to her my condition. She didn't care. She cared about the heart and the soul of the person. She didn't care about the physical aptitude, for lack of a better term. And she's my biggest advocate. Does she worry about me? Sure, because I tend to go overboard. I tend to push the SMA envelope a little bit too much. Want to talk about a couple other people, my SMA or adult SMA ambassadors, Doug McCullough. Doug's a published author. He's also a public speaker for SMA. You have to go to his website and watch his what I call it his dinosaur video. You'll know when you see it. I wanted to get more time with Doug, but he was a very busy man, and I understand that because he's very important in the SMA world. So I also want to talk about Miss Allie Williams. So she was one of my adult ambassadors. Allie, you're a crazy lady. You just make us laugh. You make us smile every time we saw you. Angie thinks you're just the cutest thing in the world. I'll talk about a little bit next time the kind of chuckle we had. Um, but it just goes to show you how big a sense of humor people with SMA have. So I want to talk about two other people. I want to talk about my contract signing. I guess you would call it. Oh yeah, I'm a baseball player. Ooh, I'm getting millions of dollars. No, I signed a patient advocate contract with NMD Pharma on Saturday. Some of you saw me at the NMD Pharma poster night. If you did and you know me from Facebook and everything and I didn't recognize you, I apologize. There's a lot going on. This is my first event. I was having event overload. Next time, next event, or you see me, walk up and introduce yourself, please, because I want to know who's following me on Facebook. I want to know your story. If you have a story to tell, let me know. I'll post it on my Facebook. I'll post it on my website, www.stevestrength.com. I want the word to get out there. So sorry about that. I hit my desk. So again, if I saw you and didn't recognize you, I apologize. A lot going on. At the poster night, under contract, I talked to a lot of people. I can't talk a lot about. Um, there are certain things I can talk about, and certain things I can't talk about. But I can say this: that the clinical trial was worth it. 150, 100,000%, infinity and beyond. It was worth it. Met a couple other people who had the same experience that I had that was on the medication. Same thing. Hopefully, we signed up a couple more people. It's an easy trial. It's a pill. It does not cause any issues. Did not cause any issues with me. So awesome, awesome, awesome opportunity. There's other pharmaceutical companies that have medication coming out a little sooner than NMD. Going to try it. I was told that I could try it. That just because I'm an NMD ambassador doesn't mean I can't try other medications. If and when, which I believe it'll happen, they come out with a longer trial. Because I think you have to have longer trials. I will stop the medicine I'm on, and I will do the trial. That's how strongly I feel about it. Something else that I experienced at CureSMA is how, and this humbles me because I can't get to that level, how comfortable people are in who they are with SMA. Meaning, from little kids running around, these little braces on. There was one young couple that sat with us the first breakfast, and husband was, I forget what the husband was doing, but there was a little girl there and there's a little boy. The little boy had little braces on. He had SMA, but they caught it before he was born, and he got the medication. I don't know what it's called. And I tell you what, he was a whirlwind. He was a firecracker. He was going all over the place. He was climbing. He's running, and you can see that he just wears them out. And being a grandfather of a 20-month-old granddaughter, when she comes to the house and stuff just starts flying, it till you become a grandparent or till you're a parent, you don't know how incredible and how invigorating and how much hope you have for the future when you see that. So there's a lot of hope for these young ones running around. There's a lot of hope for teenagers, adults, and so forth. Um, every adult that I met was comfortable in their skin. I still am not. I just am not, and I have a tough time getting past that. Sooner or later I will, but I met some that could walk, but they're using the wheelchair because it's easier to get around. I have a lot of pride, and I'm stubborn. I won't use a um, cane. I won't use a wheelchair, even though at times I really should, and it's probably going to burn me in the future. But that's just who I am. But everybody was just so accommodating. They were so glad to be there. Um, I've never seen so many wheelchairs in my life, um, and I've never seen so many people that had hope for the future. There weren't a lot of vendors there, and there's a reason why. Is because there's not a lot of companies that have stuff for our condition. And a lot of times when you go to some of these worldwide events, and this is a worldwide event, there's a lot of vendors there. There was just a handful. There were a couple nonprofit organizations there, um, and but it was focused on us. It was focused on the future, and it was focused on life experiences. They had a wheelchair race. All you clinicians, the kids kicked your butt. Okay, that's all it is to it. So, Gia, if you're watching this, nah, you suck. Okay, sorry, that's just my way of saying I love you. But it was a great event. We got a couple other stories to tell about our California experience. I'm not going to say that today because I tend to ramble on. But I want to close this video with saying that I appreciate everybody out there. I was humbled at this event. There were some times it was very surreal. There were some times where we would laugh. Um, there's sometimes we would just be quiet about things and just take stuff in. But overall, I think it was worthwhile. We will be in Orlando next year. We will probably bring Ava. She'll be 2.5 at that time because Ava loves her mom and Poppy, and Ava loves Disney. Probably bring my son and his wife with us because we will probably need help with that little one because she's crazy fast and smart as can be. But I look forward to seeing people next year. Um, Again, if you're on my Facebook group, and I might have said this earlier, and I didn't recognize you, I apologize. A lot going on. Next time, come up and introduce yourself because I'd like to hear your story. If you want to put your story on my Facebook page, I'm happy to do it. If you want to put it on my website, I'm happy to do it. But overall, again, with the CureSMA event and to all the CureSMA staff, you guys did a heck of a job from top on down. I appreciate what you guys have done. Um, I offer to help out and be a bigger advocate for SMA, and I mean that. If you want to give me a call, and let's just keep pushing forward. And if you notice a lot of videos, I always sit in the same spot, and I always have this sign up behind me, and it says, "Today is the beginning of a new day. Let it be something good." So my day today, my beginning of my day, is I was able to have breakfast with my wife and her sisters. She's got six sisters and a brother. Ed was there too. Angie's niece was there. So we got to start July 5th with a family breakfast. I eat a lot. I actually couldn't eat everything I wanted to, and I brought it home. But to see my wife's smile, to see how happy she was to be with her family and just talk about things. That's how I felt at CureSMA. To see the smiles, to see the kids hanging out with each other, to see the adults hanging out with each other, to see some of the adults, I won't mention any names, Allie, flying down the sidewalks. I think she had to pee. At least that's what she told me. Um, I need to embrace that more and understand that God gave me the physical gift I have to give back to everybody else. Um, so I'll keep you updated on my whatever things going on. Sorry, I won't tell you my entire life, but just as it pertains to SMA, and hoping that by next year the medication, the first phase of medication from one of the providers will be out. Um, we'll have more to talk about. We'll have more to be excited about. But until the next video, and I'll try to do one every week, I promise. Um, Thank you. God bless you. I appreciate you for everything that you do and tuning in to the sea, riding the waves of spinal muscular atrophy.